Good morning, everybody. It's the start of day 2. Things are a little wet here yesterday. This is the court of the monastery. I forgot to mention yesterday, I actually went to, after dinner, stopped at the chapel, and they had a pilgrimage blessing and service, mass. So sat through a Spanish mass, got my pilgrim's blessing. Look at this door, isn't that cool? So as I was saying, I got my pilgrim's blessing and had mass, and then headed back, got ready for bed, and promptly went to bed. So it's about 7:30 this morning, not getting the early start I had yesterday. It's raining, and I'm having a little bit of leg pain. And so today's supposed to be 13 miles, but there's a couple of stops along the way. So I may just stop and break this section into 2 days, especially with all the rain. And it's supposed to be mostly downhill, which kills my knees. So we are on our way. It's going to be at least a 5-mile day. That's the closest stop of the 13-mile route. And we'll see how far we make it. I wanted to show you the chapel up here. Cute little church. Actually, I'm sorry. It was in there. Sorry about that. I'm not going to go back, but you can't see inside anyways because they allow no cell phones and the doors are blacked out. So anyway, on our way. Good morning. It just stopped raining, so I shed the raincoat because I was sweating from the inside out. My raincoat thing is, raincoats do not keep you dry. You either don't wear a raincoat and get wet from the outside in, or you wear a raincoat and get wet from the inside out, because you always sweat in a raincoat no matter what. So I was glad to get rid of that. Walking on the Camino, I've got about 4 miles done today. Made reservations at a hostel albergue that is about 3 miles from here. So I'm going to do a short 7-mile day, somewhere around there. And that will give me a little bit of time. I got some chafing. I hate to admit that, but that's what's going on. So it's a little bit painful for walking, but will give me a little bit of time to recover rather than trying to push a 13-mile day today. And I'll just complete those miles tomorrow. So basically I'm splitting this stage into 2 days. I don't think I'll push beyond the next town tomorrow. We'll see. If I'm feeling good, I might see if there's an albergue between towns, and if there is, I'll take that. But if not, I'll just go with what I've got. Been hiking today. I'm in the rain through farms. A lot of cow remnants, if you know what I mean, and tiptoe through the cow. Lots of it. Mainly on roads and some trail. Beautiful trail so far where we've actually walked on trail today. It was gravel and nicely groomed. And right now we're just walking through a town. Let me show you that. So this is the town we just walked through. It's too early to stop, so I'm keeping moving. There was a place back there I could have got a room, but choosing to move on a little bit farther before I stop. So it looks, after that, leaving that town, it did open up into farm fields with a nice path. This one's paved, but going up. So It looks like we're going up for a little while and then we go back down. So it's a farm field. And then you can see the town back down there where we were, and the mountains back behind where we've come from. We just came out of the woods and out to this beautiful field and the view of the mountains. There's a town down there. Not sure if we're heading that way. We'll see, but we're heading that way. Beautiful view, a little overcast, but great view of the mountains over there. Pretty sure in my last video I said that I booked accommodations not quite far to the end of the stage, or about a little more than halfway past the end of the or halfway till the end of the stage. Because of that, I can't check in till noon anyways. So I found this nice picnic table here. So I'm just taking a break, having some trail mix and some water, and before I move on. So it's going to be a early day anyways. So no sense rushing to get to the hostel and sit around there. Even though if they have a place to wash clothes, it'd be a good day to do laundry. So the trail has brought us into the woods. Again, still a very nice path, up and down. There, I don't know if you can see it through the woods, but there's actually a road right down there. So we're not far from civilization. This is not like the Appalachian Trail where you truly get into the wilderness, where there are no roads. Other than the people hiking the Appalachian Trail, there are no people. This generally follows pretty close. I mean, there were sections yesterday where we were not away from people or civilization, because most of the time there were roads. There weren't very many cars on those roads, but there were roads. So this path is very much different than the Appalachian Trail, but it is just as difficult in its own ways. This section of the trail is much more Appalachian Trail-like, the Green Tunnel. Still hear cars, but it suddenly got dark back there when we went through that section of woods. It was so thick, which is okay with me, but this is what I'm dealing with now. So here's where I'm staying today, the Casset Bennett. So it's only noon. Hello. It's only noon here, and they don't open up till 3. So I'm going to go back down to the bar. The bar is not what we typically think of in the U.S. They do have alcohol there, but they also serve food, and that's their restaurants. So I'm heading back down to the restaurant and find some lunch. So while I wait, I ordered lunch. So I'm having my pizza and my water. I have some flavored powder in my water. It's not just green old water. But this is lunch. Well, guys, I made it into my accommodations for tonight. I'm not actually staying at an albergue tonight. This is more like called a pensioners. It's basically a room for rent in a house. You have access to the living room. They have a kitchen where you can go down to the market and get food and make your own food. They have a dining room. They have a number of rooms that go off of this room where people stay. Nice clean bathroom. And this is my room. So, got the room to myself, even has a door lock. So, nice accommodations for the night. I've been laying in that bed, taking a little nap, but just wanted to share my accommodations for the night. I'm going to call it an early night and be back at it tomorrow. I got about 8 miles in today. Not as many ups and downs. Well, definitely not as many ups and downs as yesterday. But after the 16 miles yesterday, my legs just did not want to do the anything more than 8 today. So I did the 8 today, and I've got it arranged where the next 2 days I have 10 mile days. And that will put me in Pamplona, where they do the running of the bulls. But that's in July, not in August, September.